keys are unmovable between now and November. So with that in mind, with your historian cap on, what are you looking out for between now and Election Day?
Well, as I said, I don't. The biggest myth
So
of
nothing.
American history
So
is
no October surprise can take this election.
the biggest myth in American history is the October surprise. I've always made my predictions before then and never changed them. I didn't change them when the Access Hollywood tape came out and so many pundits were writing off Trump. I didn't change them when the Comey letter came out. I didn't change it in 2012 when Barack Obama had a worse debate by the polls than Biden. Only 20% thought he won, 33% thought Biden won. And a lot of the pundits and the pollsters were writing off Obama, but I did not change my call because the big message is keep your eye on the big picture of governance and don't be distracted by the ephemeral events of the campaign, which have never been predicted. Based on the campaign, Hillary Clinton should have won in a landslide. She won the debates. She raised more money. She had more ads. She had a more grounded campaign, and yet she lost. John Kerry won the debates against George W. Bush in 2004 and still lost.
So why do you think there is that myth then of the October surprise? Because I bet if Hillary Clinton was in this conversation with us, she would call that Comey letter, she would point to that Comey letter and say that is probably the reason I didn't win the election.
You know, it's very easy after the fact to make predictions. But remember, I made my prediction well before the Comey letter came out. It had no influence on them. And take after the fact explanations and do with them what the great philosopher David Hume said you should do to works of superstition. Consign them to the flames. My favorite after the fact explanation was the surprise win and big win by Obama in 2012. Well, there were pundits who said Mitt Romney lost because he wasn't conservative enough, didn't consolidate his base. Then other pundits said Mitt Romney lost because he was too conservative, didn't broaden his base. You can't be right and you can't be wrong because these election retrodictions are meaningless. I have to say, I'm not a sardonic person, but you recall I predicted Trump in 2016, which did not make me very popular in 90% plus Democratic Washington, D.C., where I teach at American University. And you can see I'm not a sardonic person, but I took a little bit of sardonic pleasure watching the pundits twist themselves into pretzels post-election, trying to explain why something happened that they had all assured us could not possibly happen.